Hello friends, welcome. I'm making an art journal to go with advent calendar art journal kind of challenge, not challenge, whatever it is, in December. So I figured, start early so that we're ready to go. So hey everybody, welcome. All right, say hi, tell me where you're from, tell me if you're making a journal, tell me everything. All right. Okay, so I'm Luba Carlson, and I am your host. I teach beginner-friendly, step-by-step paintings, and I also like to think that they are also budget-friendly, not just beginner-friendly. But tonight, I am just gonna be making a journal. So, let me tell you about it, the whole idea, before we start. Hi, Cindy. So before we start, this whole idea came to me. I thought, wouldn't it be great to create an advent calendar art journal in which you can go every day and create some sort of Christmassy, wintry kind of artwork. Yeah. And so as I was pondering on that, I thought, okay, one, we can make it in a form or in a format of an art journal, and I thought that would be fantastic. And then somewhere on YouTube, I saw this kind of way of putting things together. And let me show you how this works. So this one I already put together because I couldn't wait. And also I wanted to have something to show you, right? So with this one, this is how this works. These are all envelopes. Every page is an envelope. And inside each envelope, there is a card. So I can pull it out. I can. Yes, I can. I'm holding it on the other end though. So I can pull it out, right? And what we can do, because this is all stretchy and elasticy, you can literally pull out the whole part. And if you wanted to, you can take the envelope out, and there is your card in the envelope that we will do, right? And so we have decorated envelope and a card in it, and you can just mail this or you can keep it, like whatever you want. But I really like the idea that I can pull this whole thing apart if I need to, and also if I wanted to like work on one page at a time, if I just wanted to pull this out and say, do the edge work or something, it it comes apart completely. But if you do not want it to come apart, you simply put it back in under your binding, and there you go, right? So this has 24 envelopes. That's why I think I did tell you guys to have 24 envelopes if you're going to build this with me, if you want the same style. And I started this a while ago. So like I think I've been playing with it for 2, maybe 3 weeks. So I had time to do this, but I will work with it more with you guys to help you kind of decorate it and make it ready for December 1st, when the Christmas advent calendar art journaling will start. See, like I still have some empty pages that are not done. Okay, let me know if you have any questions about that. So to make this journal, what you need is 24 envelopes of the same size, and you will need cards or cardstock cut to size to fit in those envelopes. And then you'll need some sort of cardboard or something to create the cover, and then like embellishment elements like lace or yarn, or I have stretch lace that I used for, I'll show you. This is what, here, this is what I used for my binding. So, you know, whatever works, whatever you have, you can use. Okay. So I also made this little thing. I just wanted to show you. It has a little elastic closure, and then you open it and you can make like a tiny notes for maybe like a gift list or something, you know, something like a secret and cute. And so you can keep it somewhere in your purse or not. I don't know. I just think that it's super fun to make different Christmassy things. And I mean, it's a perfect excuse to make something Christmassy when you're doing a challenge, right? Like, I'm in a challenge. I have to do this. I want to do this. Okay. Any questions so far? I don't know if all of this makes any sense. I hope it does. I'm going to put this over to the side for now. I am not going to need it. So what we're going to start with, making the journal, right? Because you cannot fill in a journal that doesn't exist. So we're going to start with the cover, okay? And for the cover, what you need is you need to grab your envelopes, whatever you're using. So I picked up these. I have a bunch of empty envelopes. Somehow I ended up with them. I don't even know how. And let's put those envelopes in signatures. So signatures are these little books that go inside of a book. And I'll show you how to measure and to do it with what you have, with your measurements, with your envelopes and whatever you have. Okay, so this is pretty easy here. Let me count how many envelopes I have so that I can make even signatures. Should have counted 1, 2. I can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It had to be 13, right? So I'm just gonna do 12. I'll take one out. I'll do 12, and I will do 2 signatures, and each signature is gonna have 6 in it. No, let's do 3 signatures. Sorry. Let's do 3 signatures, and that signature, and each one will have 4. And then I'll see if it's getting too bulky, then I can change it, okay? So it is super simple. So you take the first envelope and you open it. Then you take your next envelope and you open it the other way, and you just tuck it inside of the first one. Oops. Tuck it in carefully, like this. So you have an opening with 2 pockets on each side. So that was my left hand side envelope went in. So now I'm gonna insert the right hand side on here. Come on. Okay. So that's my right hand side. Oh, come on. Right hand side. Okay. And so now there's going to be a left hand side. Just like that. And again. Well, there's 4. Hold on. That's 4. So close. Kind of see how they fit together. This one can go inside of itself. just kind of carefully put it in. I did notice that having a square cut envelopes, not square, but kind of rectangular flaps, are a little bit easier to do this kind of stuff, but they will fold in together. Okay. All right. So that's the first one. I have a book of 4, and I'm thinking I can totally do a 6 here. It's not too thick. So which one went in last? This one. Okay. So that was the right hand. I'm gonna go on the left. And then I'm gonna go on the right again. Okay. Now look, I have a little book of envelopes. Ta-da! That's all we need. Okay. So if you're doing 24 as for the challenge, I ended up with 4 signatures and each has 6. Okay, so you need to use, can you see them? See, there's 4 in them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little books. So I just made 1, but you need to make 3 more for that. Okay, so there's 1, and now I'm going to make another. And now I know that I'm going to have a problem tucking this end in. So I'm just going to tuck it in right away. Okay, so that's my left. This is my right. And my left. You know what? I'm going to turn it this way because it's easier to tuck them in this way. And the next one. And one more. Ah, yep. And again. This is live. I can't get your name. I'm sorry. This is live. This is not the recording, but the recording will be available for replay after. If that's helpful. Okay. So now I have 2 signatures. I'm not making any more because this is just a demo for you to see how to make them, right? So here's my 2, and you would need 2 more for the art journal, for the advent calendar art journal, okay? So that altogether, just make sure that altogether you have 24, because I have 24 prompts that we will fill in, okay? So what's my next step? My next step is to hold them together. Maybe a clip or something helps. And if you know what your envelopes measure, it's great. I do not. So this is like 3 3/4 by what? 5 1/2. Okay, 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And it's 1/4 inch for half, so that would be 1/2 inch deep or something like that. I thought, oh, that is so simple, and now I'm thinking, okay, how do I explain this so that you understand what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm gonna grab a piece of scrap paper here. So we're gonna make a cover for this little book, okay? And the cover is gonna be a rectangle with some part for folds to hold our books, right? And so this part here, okay, this is how thick your signatures measure right here. So, yeah, no problem. Okay, so I like to measure kind of when it's loose, right? So that measures 1/4 inch. And I know that you would have 2 more signatures here, right? So 1/2 inch, and then I like to add some more space to it, probably like another 1/2 inch or something, because you're gonna be stuffing this art journal with fun things, right? So let's say that this part here we need it at 1 inch, or I need it at 1 inch. You measure yours, okay? And then the cover, this is the front cover, open. This is the back cover, open. And so the cover, I like to make it the length of, the width of my envelope, right? And then I add 1/2 inch to it. So that gives me 4 1/4. So this way over here, this is going to be 4 1/4. And I seriously, guys, I eyeball it. I just eyeball it, but I'm just trying to give you measurements because if you don't know what you're doing, it might be helpful. Yes, and then the other way around, I like to have 1/4 inch on each side. So I kind of put my ruler in and then I stick it out that way 1/4 inch. And then I add another 1/4 inch and it brings me to 5 3/4 height over here for my book. 5 3/4 inch. I don't know if you can see this, but I hope you can. Okay, so these are measurements that are good to have. So measure everything, make a note, and save this paper. Don't lose it anywhere. Okay, now the next thing is I'm gonna work on my cover, and I like to reuse whatever I can for cardboard or whatever. So this is cardboard, lemon poppy seed. It was delicious. So I look for the spot where it's glued together, and so that's where I rip it. Okay. And then I already have the center, this center folding piece. Gosh, I need to take a class and find out what these things are called. And so let me measure. How far are we from it? Oh, that is centimeters. That's not what we want. We are at 1.5 inches, and I just needed 1 inch. Okay, so yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. Gonna hold my ruler here, and I'm gonna take 1/4 inch from each side, like this. And then I'm gonna score cardboard so that it would fold where I need it. So I just grab my scissors and I use the tip. And sometimes I open them. Just please be careful when you do that. And just score. Just one time. That's all you need. And then you have this line that you can fold on. There, see? And then it folds where you need it. Okay? And then I'm gonna do the other one to just bring it where I need it. And as you see, I'm not really measuring like both sides and all of that because this is kind of a junk card journal, you know what I mean? because I'm reusing things, and I'm just going to be doing art journaling in it, so it doesn't need to be perfect. It's not like it's going to be a gift for somebody or I'm going to sell it. It's just for me. So if it's a little bit uneven, it's not going to bother me at all. Okay, so I'm going to fold it so that I have my lines where I need them. Okay, and so now this becomes a book that I want. Now if I put these in there, just put them in there and see that you have plenty of space to add to your cards, that you will be adding more paper, more collage, more maybe ribbon or lace or something, so that you have room to move around. Okay. Now I'm going to use my scissors and I'm just going to cut out all these extra flaps. Cut them off. I don't need them. I'm going to be careful on my sides because that's what the sides of my book are going to look like. So just cut on those folds nicely. Some people like to use a knife with a ruler on a self-healing mat to do that, but I feel like sometimes it's just easier to do this with scissors. I don't know. I guess everybody has their own methods, right? Okay, so I kind of messed up here a little bit, so I'm gonna go back and clean this up a little, which really doesn't matter because it's still too big for my journal. But that's a rough cut, right? For this. Okay, so now let's put this in trash. Clean up the area. Okay, what's everybody been doing today? Y'all, oh, we have a school day off today and we had it yesterday, and so my nieces were with me and my boys, and so we ended up doing yard work all day. And we raked all the leaves and everything, and then I planted, I think, almost 300 bulbs. I put garlic in, like 120, I think, garlic, and the rest of them were bulbs. The tulips, what else did I put in? Tulips, alliums, and daffodils. So I am hopeful that they will come up. I'm super hopeful that squirrels won't dig them up and eat them. We'll see. Okay, so next step, we're gonna measure this the right way, yeah, so that it fits good. Okay, so this is where this sheet comes handy, because we're now gonna need to do a little bit of math. So the cover, the width is gonna be this length plus your I should know this word, folder width, and the length again over here. Okay, so for me it would be 4 1/4 plus 4 1/4 plus 1 inch, which gives me 9.5 inches. So mine is going to be 9.5 inches wide and 5 3/4 tall. And of course, the middle. We need the middle to measure this, right? What is the middle of 9.5 inches? Oh God. Oof. That would be 4 3/4. So I'm gonna put this down flat. Gonna find my 4 3/4 on my ruler, which is right there. Okay. Then I'm gonna Okay, so I have this at 1 inch. So here's my middle, 1/2 inch. And then my 4 3/4 are gonna match this. Here's 4 3/4. Okay, and so that's gonna be at 0 over here, and on the other side it's gonna be 9.5. 9.5. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna line this nice on my mat. Nice and square. Just make sure your lines are square. And I'm gonna draw a line here. And just make sure it's, oh, come on, work with me. It needs to be square because it's gonna be a cover. Spine, Cindy, thank you. Yes, it's called a spine. Doesn't help that English is not my first language, obviously. Doesn't help it. Sometimes it's like some words, they just run away from me. You know, they escape my brain and I just can't think of it. I know the word spine. Why couldn't I think of it? Okay, 5 3/4 this way. I know it's a lot of measuring, but we do this once and then we don't have to do it. And the 5 3/4 this way. Then I'm gonna do this line here. Say a little prayer that everything's lined up, and if it's not, then I have a cereal box that I can use. And I can do this all over again. Yay! Right? Okay, scissors. Scissors work. Tell me, is anybody making this with me right now, or you guys mostly watching just so that to see the method and then make it? I think that if it were me, I would be just watching because I need time to process these things and like turn things around in my brain. Okay. So for this journal, the cover, it literally is just covered side to side, right? So you can still see that cardboard showing. So I did not wrap anything in. I didn't just I didn't do anything fancy. I just put the cover on it. So I like to have both sides. So I did both sides, this one and that one, front and back. Yeah. So fun part, get into your stash of your Christmas paper, which I'm certain you have that. I am so happy. I finally got me a box to keep my 12 by 12 paper organized. I'm so happy because now I have a box for Christmas and a box for fall, and it works great. So let's get in here and find good cover paper. I really like this for the inside. I might find something else though. Ooh, those snowmen look like fun. That's the problem. I start looking and then I just can't stop because everything looks like so much fun. And I also feel bad, you know, those double-sided papers. like this. Like, I would love to use this for a cover. Looks great, right? But then on the other side, there's all this good stuff that I'm gonna be using to fill the journal in. So I'm like, probably I'm not gonna, I am not wanting to use that for the cover. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I really should make this one in blues because the other one I made in green, like more like olive green, like that color, which I really like. What's on this side? Yeah, I don't care if I use that, you know? Cindy started out messed up, so we'll watch it again later and make mine then. Aw. Yeah, sometimes it's just like that, isn't it? Sometimes you just have to slow down and take your time. I promise once you inhale, exhale, and relax, it'll go. It'll go much easier. Ooh, but do I want to waste the presents? Look how lovely. That's a lovely cover paper. Ay, ay, ay. I am really attracted to this green and the greens like this. I really love it. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. It really doesn't matter because this is what this is, right? Joni is impressed by how the envelopes are folded inside each other. Thank you for teaching me something new. You're so welcome. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. Makes my day when somebody learns something new. That's wonderful. Okay, so this is gonna be my inside, and this is gonna be my outside of the journal. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this cover that I just made as a template, and I'm gonna mark my size. Because I am lazy and I do not want to measure with a ruler, but which I totally could do that, right? I could totally do that. So there is one, and then there is the other. Okay, let's use the cutter tool. I really do not trust myself with scissors when I do something like this, Let's see. I think I can cut both at the same time. To make it a little bit faster. Let's find the mark. Right through. You know what? I am going to cut it this way first. This way I'll have a longer piece left over. I really have to. I really like to think about these things. Come on. Right here on the mark. Square. Okay, and these two pieces are still good to go. So we'll go back in the box. Okay, and these two pieces can still make something like a tag or something interesting. So I am doing that. Thanks, BC. You are the best too. BC is my husband. Thank you for your support, honey bunny. I never call him a honey bunny. I don't know where that came from. Ah. I think I have an alternate personality when I'm live. I don't know. Okay. All right. So I am taking this off of my table because I'm going to be gluing. So put some paper or something under. Just line it up with something that you don't mind getting glue on. I'm just picking up some more of this newsprint that I have. That I really like to use. Whoops, that's not what I want to use. Okay, here we are. Okay, so to glue this together, I'm gonna use PVA, a PVA glue, and it's important to use PVA glue because I think it's the only glue that would actually hold this together so that your cover doesn't start peeling, especially considering that we're really not wrapping it in. Okay, so my book closes this way. So this is going to be on this side. And I'm not going to worry about scoring the scrapbook paper here because the lines that I have already here on this box, they are enough to fold the cover fully. Okay. Silly brush, if you ever do, things like that, I haven't cleaned it because I wanted to show you. So you just use it and then you let it dry and then the glue just peels off of it like this. Something like that. You're going to have to kind of work a little bit on it, but this is much better than using a paintbrush and then it will never ever recover. Okay. So yeah, this is PVA. See, it's just, see, I'm just peeling it off. Just peels off the brush. And when it's off, I can use it again. Okay. I like to use a whole lot of glue on my covers. So I will just apply it on. A lot of glue. Make sure that you have glue on all the edges and the corners, on the spine. Thank you, Cindy, for reminding me what it's called. That's too funny. So you just spread your glue nicely. Okay, so this is what we're doing tonight. I think I should have told you right away. I kind of got carried away and too excited. So tonight we're just assembling the cover because it will need to dry for 24 hours, okay? And then tomorrow I will upload the next step. I don't know because I'm teaching classes tomorrow out of home, and it's kind of Wednesdays are kind of crazy. So I will do my best to do it. So my husband Brian, he's a woodworker, and for them, the only way you know if you used enough glue is if some squeezes out. Well, I guess that's the way to do it, right? So just cover, and make sure that all of your lines are good. So if the lines are not good, I'm just kind of using my fingers because this will take a little while to dry. So I'm just going to use my fingers and move everything where I want it. If you have a brayer, it's a great thing to use. If you do not have a brayer, just move to a piece of clean area so that you don't get stuck, and apply a whole lot of pressure. And yeah, like he said, right? Squeeze it out. If there is something to squeeze out, do it. I really like using a brayer for my glue like this for my covers. Okay, check the sides, make sure that there is no wetness. Okay, so now I see there is some uneven piece sticking out from my cardboard, so I'm just gonna make sure that everything's even. Come on, flip it over so that I have clean paper again. Flip over my cover, apply the glue. It does like a lot of glue, so I know I already said it, but I'm gonna remind you again. You really want a lot of glue on this. Make sure that all your edges are wet, your corners. Okay, now let's apply the cover. Lift. Make sure it's, well, hello. Just make sure it's where you need it, because that's all we're doing. So, okay, get some clean area. I should have brought more pieces of newsprint, but I didn't. Okay, and next step is super important because you want to stretch this paper while it's still while it's wet with glue, okay? So we're gonna find our scores here. It will fold for you, okay? Just give it a little bit of a push and it will fold. But you want to fold it in the right direction before everything dries. Do not, if you're rubbing with your finger over here, make sure to not rub too hard so that maybe if you have thinner scrapbook paper so that you don't rip it, okay? Here's the other side. And on the inside, it's kind of getting wrinkled a little bit, but I really don't care because it's on the inside. So see, the inside got wrinkled up. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, but again, I don't care. I don't care. This is all I want. I got my lines. I got my book over here, my book cover, my journal cover. Okay, and now this puppy is going under something heavy. I'm just gonna put it like this under a super heavy book or something. I do have something. I need to remember there it is. That's pretty much the only reason why I even have this huge book. Okay, so goes down, a heavy something goes right on top, okay? And you do not touch it until tomorrow, at least until tomorrow, okay? It needs to dry. It all needs to dry. All right. Now, while the cover is drying, if you're wondering, okay, I'm itching, itching to do something else. What else can I do? Here's what you can do. Measure your envelopes or know the size of your envelopes. And then you can go through your scraps of your scrapbooking paper, and you can start cutting elements that you're gonna put on your envelopes. You're just gonna start making, I think it's called a fodder, like a box or an envelope or a Ziploc bag full of elements that you can use on your envelopes. Okay? Some of those, I guess I'll be forced to make a box of brownies for the cover. Oh no! No, no. So, mine, what I have right now looks like this. Oops, I hope I didn't push anything. Hold on, because I'm working on, yeah, okay. So, I just want to show you what I have here real quick so that you maybe have an idea, but always make your own. Always do what you have, always use what you have. Yeah, do what makes you happy. Here, I have a bunch of them. Come on. Ah, that's stuck. Hold on. So I used some scraps and made some tags. I cut them out and I inked the sides. This one cut out, inked, and made it into a tag. I don't know if I'll use it. Also turned this one into a tag. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but that's an element, right? Just cut out some elements. That's what I'm saying. Cut out some pieces that could just go on top of the card and be a background. Okay, so this can be a background for a card if I manage to pull something out without. Yeah, I'll have to take this apart to pull it out. Hold on. So here's my card. I can put this on my card. It's this simple, right? And then maybe add a handwritten, like hand lettered something on top, or maybe add something else to here. I don't know. Like whatever the inspiration does, right? Whatever happens, it happens. Yeah. So kind of cut up the pieces. You can do this. I have a whole bunch of pieces that I've cut out. I've used a cover. This was a cover from scrapbook paper. The scrapbook paper paint came with it. And I'm definitely going to use this part and just use it for like a cover or something. This is, yeah, Jenny, yes, this is the best part. This is so fun. I just love doing that. And then, what else? If you have maybe like Christmas fabric, maybe cut a couple of scraps so that they're ready to go. Maybe start searching for things like lace or sari silk, yarn goes. What else have I used? Oh, I forgot what they're called. Hold on, I'll pull them out. Oh, they're right here. I got it. I got it. Yes, raffia. Raffia ribbon. Just go through your stash. I'm sure we all have a nice stash somewhere that we can use for this. It doesn't need to be, you don't need to buy all new stuff to do this, okay? Tissue paper, the wrapping tissue paper that you like Christmas themed. There's so many pretty things out there that you can get. It's like, it's insane, right? Cindy says, I bought Christmas stamps last year with lots of sayings. You have my envy. I really wanted to buy them. I was looking at the set the other day, but then I said that no. I decided that I do not need another box of some things, right? There's always something. Okay, so we know what we're doing. If if I don't know, but if I do not have this video, the second part of, the next part of doing this. If I don't have it tomorrow, it will be here on Thursday. I'm just a little bit on a super flexible, fluid schedule right now, so I'm trying to um, fit things in. Okay. Um, what else? I guess that's it. I guess that's it. All right. I am thinking, are you guys in my Paint with Luba group? Because if you are, then when your covers are done, I would love to see them. So if you want to add them there, that would be great. I think I'll make a guide there, and we'll just start throwing things in comments of that guide so that we can see each other's work. That would be so fun. And I'll also upload the prompts, but that we're going to need closer to December, so we do not need that. You are very, very welcome, Cindy, and I am looking forward to doing this again with you. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye. And as per usual, Joey, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, bye-bye.